Do you want me to tell everybody now and get it out of the way?
Yeah, I think you need to share.
This is a very important accessory that I have this morning because I broke basically my wrist over the week. I broke it, you guys. I broke it on Friday after the show, like right after the show on Friday. I fell and I landed on my wrist, and now I have a compound fracture. And it's been a weekend, you guys. A couple times.
Freaking broke her arm, you guys.
I broke it. Yeah. And so I'm gonna have to have surgery and get pins and all sorts of crap.
And tell about the ambulance, because this is unfreaking acceptable.
Yeah, I was by myself because my husband was in Houston over the weekend because my daughter had a swim meet. I was supposed to drive on Friday to relieve him, and then we were going to switch places, and I was going to be at the swim meet. Alas, I did not. I did not make it. I actually, because I fell, and then when I broke my wrist, I was like, well, and it ended up looking like this. I was like, well, okay, I should probably. This is not good. So of course I call my husband first. He got so mad at me. He's like, why are you calling me? Call 911. Oh my God. And so he called me an ambulance. The ambulance took an hour to get to me.
I cannot.
An hour.
I cannot accept that. It's unacceptable.
If I had thank God I didn't have a heart attack, right? Because Coda would have eaten me.
Yeah, he would have.
He would have eaten me, guys. He would have absolutely. It would have been Coda. I mean, the other two, they probably would have waited at least 3 hours. But Coda, he would have eaten me in 10 minutes. Yeah.
It's unacceptable. And listen, part of that, when you're out in the rural area, we're far away from stuff too.
Yeah.
But we also have a fire station that's around the corner, and you would at least get a fire truck with paramedics.
No,
immediately. I just can't believe it took an hour. I cannot believe it.
Then it took another like 45 minutes to get to the hospital, which is like 20 minutes away. So I didn't get to medical treatment for like 2 hours. Yeah. And by that time I was just like, can I have some fentanyl?
She's reconsidering like these drug boat narco terrorist things.
I'm just kidding. At least at the very least, some Ativan. I just need a little bit of something. No,
people want to know how you fell. They would like to know how you fell.
I'm an idiot, and I was chasing after one of the dogs, doing something after one of the dogs, and we have concrete floors, and I had socks on, and I just slipped and fell, you guys. And I have really, really bad bones. So I need to be careful, and I wasn't being careful. And so it was really bad. So it was a wake-up call for me. I just need to not do that ever again. You know what I mean?
Thank God it was your left arm. I mean,
yes.
Thank God.
Right? Because could you imagine what my hair would look like?
It's Can bad you believe how good her hair looks with one arm?
I mean, listen, it's not very good, but having to do your hair with one arm, ladies, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't know how you did it. Like, it looks amazing.
So hard. It's so hard having one arm, you guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's that. I wanted to get that out of the way. I'm going to apologize if for the next 8 weeks, if you see this, or if there is some, craziness happening up here, that's what's going on. All right.
And as a result of that, we're rethinking when we're going to do ticket sales for the meet and greet. We're thinking now we're going to do ticket sales in January, but because by then we'll know like when her surgery is, like what her recovery is. Not saying that there's going to be no meet and greet, like obviously there will be, but just when we sell ticket, that we're just going to wait until after the first of the year. Right, so if you've been waiting and waiting, we're still going to give you plenty of notice for tickets. It will be in January that they'll go on sale. We're just going to chill out on that.
You're just going to wait
a hot minute.
Just take a beat on it just for a second. Listen, we're still doing it. It's still happening.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
We're still going to do it. It's just we're not going to sell them this month. So too much going on this month. 2025 has been the biggest bitch.
It has.
Ever.
I think we just seriously, it's been the worst year ever, you guys. And I was thinking I was going to skate to the end of the year. Nope.
Nope.
I wasn't exempt from the suckiness. I had to join in on the suckiness. So this is my sucktacularity.
Oh my God, it was a sympathy break.
It was a sympathy break. Yeah. So it's like a sympathy surgery, everything. So we both have to be in on the sucktacularity because, you're my best friend. I couldn't let you just do it alone. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much for breaking your wrist for me. You're muted again. There you go.
Well, I love you. I can't do it.
You guys, it is, what are we now? It's the 8th, right? So like Christmas
I
is.
can't believe that.
It's
It is like hurling at us. I'm so
it's
and I love that. It's great that
it's great. Oh my God. And thank God you're an early decorator, right? I was thinking about that. Like if you still didn't have your tree up, oh man.
I'm stressing about taking it down. You know, my husband said, he goes, just take it down in March. I was like, that is not going to happen, Greg.
Well, isn't that kind of like, it's not nearly as fun to take it down as it is to put it up. So can't you just have him do that?
No, he's going to do it. He's going to totally do it. He was joking with me. He's joking with me. He's like, just wait, we'll take it down in March or April. And I was like, no.
Well, and the reason that I mentioned how soon Christmas is coming is because if you are not like thinking about at least your meal planning, like you're behind. And
That's
Omaha
true.
Steaks is the perfect place to help you get sorted out and organized.
Great gift ideas. Okay. One of the best gifts for your parents, your siblings, your best friend, that hard to buy for a person. Meat, you guys. I heard it's good for your bones too. And now they have a cyber sale going on right now. You get 50% off site-wide and extra 20% off select favorites at omahasteaks.com. Do not miss like the best sale of the year. I love this so much. Best deals of the season, exclusive limited time offers. Plus our listeners get an extra $35 off with promo code CHICKS at checkout, which is really great. And then they will ship orders same day if you order by 6 p.m. Eastern. That's Eastern time. So we give Omaha Steaks every single year to our moms, to people that we love, because they can stock their freezers and it's like a really great go-to when people come over. If you just want to like make yourself a filet on a Monday afternoon, YOLO. I love their fillets. I love their smash burgers. They have really great hot dogs, very like underrated. And great seafood. So save big. omahasteaks.com, 50% off site-wide, extra 20% off select favorites during their cyber sale, and extra $35 off. Use promo code CHICKS at checkout. Do it.
Do it. I don't know why our little banner kept hiding. There's like now StreamYard has decided randomly to put a timer on it. Oh. One of those other changes that they just don't warn you about.
Oh, thanks, StreamYard. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm.
All right. I warned some folks in the chat who I happened to see were like, we don't talk about Candace today. Sorry, we're going to talk about Candace today. Mm-hmm. But we are going to get it out of the way right out of the gate. And so just a quick reminder about where things stand with the whole TPUSA. You know, they're finally going to address all of the accusations that she has made. We talked about this late last week, but just in case you missed that, what Blake had said from TPUSA in terms of the original invitation to Candace was this.
If Candace is available, we would sincerely welcome her participation in that live stream at our studio here in Phoenix.
So you heard that. It was at their live stream in the studio in Phoenix.
Right.
And then they announced the date. As you can see from this tweet, this is all, we're just like reminding you of how we got to the place that we are today. Candace very, very upset about that. She was very mad that they only gave her 24-hour notice to make a decision about December 15th. And she was also very mad that she could not just simply like Zoom in or whatever. And so, all kinds of people were accusing TPUSA of being like, that's not how you book a guest. That's so rude. And as you recall, Blake said, yeah, I mean, obviously that's not how you book a guest. We know.
Because she's not a guest.
She's not a guest. We are delivering a response. She was given the opportunity. She declined. That's on her. Mm-hmm. And so now she has put out a response about how her husband, this is all her husband's fault, because her husband rules the household and he is in fact the Supreme Court, and he told her she can't do it that Monday unless she begs him really hard. So I don't know if she's going to beg him really hard. Here is how she framed it to her audience on Friday. Oh, I forgot about this tweet. She said, you literally said, we would sincerely welcome her participation in that live stream, which you were clear your team would be streaming from your studio in Phoenix at a date that had not been decided. You never said she must be in person for the stream and that she must respond within 24 hours after we choose a date and time. There was nothing sincere about what you did following that announcement, and you deserve the ratio you're getting. Frankly, nothing has felt sincere about the organization since Charlie passed. Remember, what she cares about is ratios, clicks, views, being number one in the world, clearly. I mean, those are the things that matter to her. But going back to her husband excuse, here's what she said to her audience on Friday.
The assumption is that you are live streaming because you want the internet to be able to attend, right? That's the whole purpose and function of live streaming an event, is that it invites everybody to be able to attend. So when you extend an invitation of live streaming and you don't explicitly say it must be in person, why would I assume that you're going to rescind the offer if I say that I can appear via live stream? Okay. They never said that when they made the offer and they were pretending that they were being sincere. They never made in person a point of their demands. They never also said that I had to respond within 24 hours. That's a hostage situation. Okay. There's no way that I could have accommodated all of that in a million years. 24 hours to respond. How about, let me see if I can make that work. Even if I could have made it work, which I couldn't have, because my husband instantly said, no, you cannot do this Monday. And he runs the household, and he has an important thing going on that day, which involves people that are coming in from overseas.
Where? From France? From Israel? I'm just asking questions.
I bet it's actually from Qatar. That's my guess. That's what I'm going with. Wait.
I'm sorry, because I stopped her midstream just to make that point, but there's more. So hang on.
There's more.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
But even if I could have made that work, I would not have within 24 hours have confirmed to them if they had even sent me an email. Because I have kids, I would have had organized things. It would have just taken longer than 24 hours, and they knew that. It is not my inclination to go to Phoenix without having my team with me. And my husband is very much a part of my team. But I will say that I will raise it further with the Supreme Court of George Farber. If you are insinuating, and actually if you can confirm that you are saying that you will allow me, as you said further in this, to bring whatever it is because it would be more authentic if it was face to face. If you're saying that I don't have to deal with you and this is actually going to be very open and I can ask every question under the sun, I might beg, I might beg.
She can do it. She's basically saying, I can do it. I just don't want it. I don't want to come.
Right. And then she's also saying that he runs the household. Who believes that? Raise your hand. I mean, I have one hand to raise. I'm not raising it. You guys, come on. The narcissism here is off the charts.
As always.
Because let's face it, like if you've ever dealt with a narcissist, you know that they can lie pathologically. It wasn't even his birthday. Everybody found that out.
Yeah, we've got some stuff about that too, because that was one of the most ridiculous.
Is anybody shocked by that? It's just lies all over the place. At this point, I'm just like, I cannot even listen to her. She's so. It's just so stupid at this point. I know,
and it gets worse and worse and worse and more hysterical. So one thing that Blake Neff said on Friday, which I did find of interest because it was a confirmation of something that we all suspected, which is that Erika she is the one that said, we're doing this. We're finally going to respond. Mm-hmm. For all we know, Erika could have written the letter that Blake Neff read on the air. I mean, and even if she didn't, though, she very much knew exactly and very much wants this to happen. Here's a little bit of what he said on Friday.
First of all, our initial statement, it was on the show on Wednesday. I made it at the request of Erika. All of this has been at the direction and approval of Erika because she heads this.
Okay, so that's clear, and it wasn't 100% clear. I think we all just assumed that was the case, but they had not said that until that moment. And so before her show on Friday, Candace picked up on that. Now, you'll remember early on when she started her whole investigation, she said, if Erika wants me to stop, I will stop.
Yes.
And clearly, Erika wants her to stop. But here's what her response was.
And on that same note, Blake Neff of Turning Point USA has now come out and said that it was Erika that directed them to have this live stream. And so now I want to know, did she sign off on that letter where, we are getting now referred to as Antifa because we won't stop asking questions about what happened on 9/10? Did she direct that, very insincere, he uses the word direct, insincere offer for me to come join them in a live stream? I need answers to all these questions.
She needs them, you guys.
She won't stop. She won't.
Can't stop, won't stop.
And again, she's a liar. So she'll say
She's a big fat
something
liar.
and then she'll go back on what she said. This is, I mean, this is constant. We've seen it for 3 months. We've been watching this happen. And her followers will just make excuses for her.
After
Just
excuse,
continue to
after
do it.
excuse.
Right? I mean, these are the people
Yeah.
who are like, they'll literally look at you with their black eyes and be like, but she's going to change.
Right.
She loves me. No, she doesn't love you. It's like when every time we put something on our Instagram page about her, they'll come at us and they'll tag her as if she is their best friend.
Right.
Lunatics.
So there's a guy that I saw on Twitter over the weekend whose name is Gary Melton. He goes by Paramount Tactical on Twitter, and he's putting out, and he's on YouTube and everywhere, and he's putting out some great content refuting a lot of her ridiculous accusations, one of which is that it would have taken a Spider-Man, which is the reason for my name today. It would have taken a Spider-Man to climb the roof at that Utah event where Charlie was shot. So she has said this on multiple occasions. And so he wanted to quickly debunk that particular lie. And this is pretty amazing.
No, it's the lone shooter who had never been on campus, who climbed the roofs like Spider-Man.
This is something that she said in multiple episodes. Yeah, you know, Tyler Robinson climbed the roofs like Spider-Man. Oh, it's so crazy. She uses such gross exaggeration to make a point and to make you, the listener, believe that the idea that Tyler Robinson was on the roof is nuts. Well, here's footage from when I went to UVU. Let me show you exactly how much of a Spider-Man you have to be to get on this roof. It's insane. All right, folks, so here's the stairs.
Oh my God.
They go to the roof.
Oh my God. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. I could do that with a broken arm. Look at that.
Yeah, that
Woo!
takes a Spidey.
Super tough, you guys.
Wow.
Wow, it's hard. So hard.
So the fencing wasn't there.
This wall is about maybe 3 feet tall.
Wow, it's tough. Got to really climb out like a spider.
All fours.
All right,
man.
so right there
Yeah.
is the shooting position. It's about 200 feet away from there. You don't need to be Spider-Man. As a matter of fact, you don't even need arms.
There you go. I can do it. I can do it, you guys.
See, you don't even need
Look at that.
arms.
Wow.
And by the way, you also do not need arms to check in with Bulwark Capital Management about your
True.
retirement strategy. You don't need arms for that.
You don't need
don't.
arms to do that. Listen, you guys have no idea how much I love Zach, our financial guy. He
So
said,
much.
because I've told you guys in the past that I'm kind of a late saver. I was an idiot in my 20s and 30s. Surprise! I really was an absolute reckless moron. So he's like a godsend for me. He's like having a family member that wants me to succeed financially. And if I'm winning, he's winning. And I love that. He's communicative and he's smart and he's conservative, which is really great. All the wins. So if you want a second opinion on your retirement, because you get one retirement, you guys should check him out. He's really great. You can visit knowyourriskpodcast.com for a free Know Your Risk review. It's free. I mean, why not just check it out? Because it's free. He's all about risk management in a chaotic world and the basic fundamentals of value investing, all the good stuff. There's no cost, no obligation. Just get a second opinion with Bulwark's Know Your Risk portfolio review. knowyourriskpodcast.com. Don't put it off. Like start 2026 with a bang and do that. And I have to read a disclaimer. You ready? Investment advisory services offered through Trek Financial LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Trek 25284. I even have that number like memorized. It's pretty amazing. Like I don't even have my own phone number memorized, but I got that memorized.
So Russell Brand had Candace on his program recently to talk about all of the Charlie stuff and all of her accusations. And she was caught in yet another lie. Here it is.
Didn't suspect Turning Point USA would be, as I believe, involved in a cover-up. And we can talk about what the motives are of that. They could be financial motives. It doesn't necessarily mean they were involved in plotting to kill him. And I've never said that. So in theory, Cam Higbee, who was laughing off the idea of an assassination attempt, is being paid by the very organization that just had its leader assassinated in broad daylight in front of the entire world. I find that to be interesting.
Okay, so you never said that TPUSA had him killed, and yet you said that like 3 days ago. That was like last week.
This is the thing. I don't think this is liars cannot keep track of their lies. Like, this is why you just tell the truth. Just tell the truth, and then you never have to keep track of all your freaking lies.
Yeah,
it's a good rule of thumb.
Good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
And then the conspiracies and the theories, they're getting just out of control crazy. You guys, like, they just get weirder and weirder. So she had posted this couple weeks ago, actually, saying, already receiving a ton of emails about my throwaway comment on today's episode regarding noticing a lot of male attendees at the assassination were wearing maroon shirts. Despite it not signifying UVU school colors. I had no idea that the color was associated with elite airborne operations.
Oh my God.
I'm encouraging everyone to further hone in on the males wearing maroon on that day. So this has been a new thing that's been going around, and there was an audience member of ours who actually asked Grok, hey, what's the deal with maroon? And Grok said, red is Utah's most popular color per search data. Maroon, a red shade, is unofficially worn for spirit games at Utah Valley University. Official colors are green and white, not tied to the military.
Just cannot. It's just grasping. It's such grasping. What, people can't wear maroon now? Like, burgundy is a great color. It's
and by the way, if they were if it was indicative of some sort of super secret assassination squadron, would they actually color coordinate? Would they want to bring attention to themselves in that way?
We're all gonna wear burgundy today. Okay, and go.
And
go. It's such bat shittery.
I know.
People can't see the bat shittery. Am I the only person? Like, it's total and complete bat shittery that we're dealing
100%.
with.
Yep. And it leads to actual innocent people being targeted, as we saw with that one guy in the green hoodie. Remember when she tried this like a month ago or so, and he was like, hi, it was just me. I was just wearing like a soccer sweatshirt or whatever.
Right.
But now, over the weekend, Tim Pool's house got shot at.
I cannot
and
believe this.
This is just coincidentally right after we played the video of him ripping her to shreds. And now all of a sudden a car drives by and shoots at his house. And he had tweeted about that saying, I think that they were just trying to scare us, but like, this is a concern. We have a security gate, we have armed guards. And her response was to say, can security provide a description of the vehicle so people can help you track these people down? Also, if shots were fired, they had to hit something, so you can likely recover the bullets and trace the gun owners. And I have been reliably informed that no one normal who speaks the English language uses the word vehicle.
It's not in our vernacular. I mean, I would never use that word. Would you? I mean, not especially young people. Young people who assassinate people do not use the word vehicle. We've been told. Right?
We've been told by a highly reliable source.
Yes.
Behold.
Something that you say, I'm just going to go outside to my vehicle. I left something in my vehicle. Tyler certainly refers to it as his car, not his vehicle, because that's how most English.
That's how most English speak. I don't know why that cut off, but what she actually said was that's how most English speaking people refer to their car is a car, not vehicle. And you only use the word vehicle, she said, if you're military or law enforcement. And so now we can only assume that Candace is in the IDF.
She must
I think
be.
That's the assumption.
That's
right?
what it is. We're drawing a conclusion. You heard it here first on the Chicks on the Right show. It's what it is.
She's former IDF. I know. I know this.
Totally.
I demand answers.
She's a Fed.
Right.
That's what it is.
So you mentioned the whole excuse that some of her followers were giving last week about, December 15th not working for her because that's her husband's birthday. Ian Carroll, one of her closest allies, said Candace can't travel. It's his birthday. She can't travel to Phoenix because it's her husband's birthday, December 15th. Except that Candace Owens just last July said, it's been a great week. It was America's birthday and it was my husband's birthday because his birthday is in July. So they'll just make up shit. And then they started going out to Wikipedia and updating it with a fake birthday of December 15th.
God, the links they will go to.
It's incredible.
And then some people, I actually saw this weekend where some people are like, well, maybe he celebrates it twice. You guys do that, don't you? What's wrong with you people? Some people celebrate their birthdays 2 times.
Of course. How could I have been so silly?
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. We do that. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my gosh. And by the way, you remember that she's supposedly under threat by the French legionnaires and who have been paid by Macron to assassinate her.
With the
and
Jubies.
Generally, yeah, I mean, the GB assassins that come from at the country's behest are typically like legit, and they involve serious assassins who know what they're doing and can find you no matter where you are. And you would think that you would be in hiding. We all talked about last week the fact that she went to Dollywood. She also had no problem going to Tucker Carlson's Christmas party, where she wore.
What is that?
I don't even
dress.
I
guys,
don't know.
What is that god awful dress that she's wearing? We have to talk about that.
I think she's like putting out the letter H a bunch of times as some sort of code.
It's got to be a code. But seriously, let's just get real. That is the ugliest effing dress I have ever seen.
I think we can all be honest about that.
Come on, you guys.
It's hideous. It's absolutely hideous.
It stands for hideous. H is for hideous.
I'm sure it stands for something other than that, though, because you know how she's. I'm asking questions.
Hamas?
I'm just asking
Maybe
questions.
Hamas.
Hamas.
That's what it stands for. You heard it here first. You know, it's like, I'm not saying I know, but I know.
But we know. You know? We know.
That's right.
And speaking of Tucker Carlson, his brother, Buckley, has been on the train of people who are absolutely just badgering, harassing the folks at TPUSA. And so Buckley Carlson is now he's like in full attack mode on Tyler Boyer, who he is saying basically, hit on young men. And Tyler was like, this is just like absolutely not true. They went back and forth a bunch about it, but this is the kind of attacks that TPUSA is having to deal with right now from Carlson's own family members. And remember, TPUSA continues to invite Tucker and to do all the things with Tucker. And I know that Tucker is not his brother. I get that they're 2 different people, but for crying out loud, you know what I mean? It's too much. And I don't know why they continue to platform him. Especially, I don't know.
How old is Buckley? Is Buckley younger, older? What's the deal with Buckley? I don't know much about Buckley.
I don't either. I don't know what the order is.
And what he does. What does he do for a living? Do we know?
That I do not.
Yeah, this is the thing. I need to do some research on Buckley and that name. So his parents decided to name both of those boys with Uck.
Tuck and Buck.
Tuck and Buck.
Buck.
Do they have are there any other kids in that family?
I don't know.
There's a lot of ucks happening there. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Tucker, man, has he's just gone off the rails. So he attended, as we told you that he would on Friday, he attended some policy discussion in Qatar and announced to the Sheikh that he plans on buying property in Qatar, not just because he loves the country, but also out of spite. He is buying property in Qatar for the same reason that I bought a gas stove, which was purely out of spite, because Joe Biden doesn't want people to have gas stoves. And so I was like, that's it.
Well,
I'm getting a gas stove.
Gas stoves are better, Mock.
They are, which
They're better.
I feel great. But here is Tucker announcing that he plans to buy property in Qatar.
Last question. I've been personally, not to make it about me, but I have been criticized as being a tool of Qatar.
Well,
and I just want to say what you already know, which is I've never taken anything from your country and don't plan to. I am, however, tomorrow buying a place in Qatar both
Please,
because I am
please pay a high check.
in
not
in
the cheap
Doha,
one.
yeah, and I'm doing that because I like the city. I think it's beautiful, but also to make the statement that I'm an American and a free man, and I'll be wherever I want to be.
Okay, buying a home in Qatar to prove that you're a free man as a free American man is a weird flex to me.
It's a weird flex.
That's a
as
very weird
is-
flex, especially as a person who claims to be America first. I find that very weird. And the whole I've never taken anything from Qatar might technically be right. I don't know. I don't know whether or not he's taken anything from Qatar, but it's not the same as Qatar didn't pay for everything. Because there have been visits that he's taken that I'm sure that they have paid for shit.
Well,
And
his
I'm
initial investors in his own company were Qatari.
Absolutely. So they have paid for shit. And I absolutely believe that he gets paid by Qatar to influence. And so there is something there. There's money being exchanged in some way. And he can say, I've never taken anything from Qatar. Okay. This whole flex about I'm free. And so I'm going to buy a home in Qatar. Come on. You're not proving anything other than the fact, because listen, I mean, there's so much more to it. And replace Qatar with Israel, if he essentially wants policies to benefit Qatar because he really loves Qatar. He loves that. He loves the people there. He loves the actual country of Qatar. Replace it with Israel, you guys, because he demonizes anybody who says, oh, I love Israel. He demonizes those people. So why is this any different? How is this different? You tell me. I don't get it.
Well, you said it was a flex, and that's why this picture is so appropriate. I love that Ted Cruz is the one that posted it, saying this is live footage of Tucker Carlson interviewing the Prime Minister of Qatar.
It's true.
It absolutely fits. And, he's oddly defensive, Tucker is, because he was asked about that comment that he made afterwards. A reporter asked him, so you're buying property in Qatar? And he was like, hell yeah, I am. And he got like super Martin Short on SNL defensive about it.
The lawyer guy.
Yeah. Here is what that looked like when he was asked about it. Super, super defensive.
Well, I like it here a lot. Yeah, I like it.
You have been.
By the way, I'm an American. I can go wherever I want and speak to anyone I want to because I'm a free man. That's the promise of my country. And some are seeking to change that and to put our population into mental bondage. And I'm not participating in that.
And when you've questioned AIPAC and you've questioned things, are you facing a consequence and a backlash now day to day?
I have a right to say what I think. I'm an American citizen. Period.
God, he's way too defensive about it.
Right.
And how would he feel if Ted Cruz said that about Israel? I'm going to buy a property in Jerusalem or something. You know what I mean? I'm going to buy some property. I'm going to buy some property in Israel. What would he say about that?
He'd probably say he probably would say you need to like give up your U.S. citizenship.
Right.
You have dual loyalty. That's what he would say.
If he said the exact same shit that that Tucker is saying right now, where he's like, well, I like it here. I really love this country. I like it. I'm gonna buy property here. You know exactly what Tucker would say to him. You know what he would say. There's a double standard, and he's very defensive about it. Why is he so defensive about it? I think we all know why.
I'm not starting a rumor. I'm simply saying that there are rumors that are out there that are suggesting that Tucker might be drinking again. Remember how in his book, he wrote about how he's a recovering alcoholic.
Right.
And just his behavior lately has been so erratic and like spazzed out. And I don't know. I mean, this picture, I don't know what kind of drink he's holding. It could be just regular juice. But the fact that he's like giving the camera folks the finger and that you know what I mean? Like,
right.
There's something going on with Tucker.
With him,
I don't know what it is, but it's nothing good.
Mm-mm.
And I don't like that Trump Jr., they're all still so tight with him. And I feel like he even said was it the Sean Ryan podcast, I think? Tucker was like, I'm not going to be able to support the GOP for very much longer because they're all so terrible. I mean, he's doing damage to this administration, to the party, to potential, to future elections. He's doing damage.
Yep. And Trump Jr. and this entire administration better get their heads on straight.
Yep.
They better recognize like who is for them and who is against them. You better be watching. I'm talking to you, Don Jr.
Yeah. I mean, and JD, I mean, I hope that JD is I hope that I just hope that they're paying attention to that. You know what I mean?
I do too.
And I hope that you're still paying attention to your liver. I know that's been a concern, and I know that you're taking a dose for it. And I know, you listen, Teddy Swims has a fantastic song about dose, not the liver medicine necessarily, but you got to hear that song for sure. Dose is a great song.
Okay, well, I'll be thinking about my liver every time I listen to it. Okay, listen, your liver does 500 plus functions every single day. It's a lot. It sounds like a lot of work, is what it sounds like. It filters unwanted elements. It supports digestion. It helps with energy, but we don't think about it until it starts going, you know what? I'm sick. Something's wrong. And so you got to make sure that it runs efficiently. And dose is awesome. It actually tastes really, really good. I take it every day. It's like probably, I'm not helping this right now, but I can help my liver. My liver's in great shape, you guys, because of dose. It's a liquid supplement. It's a 2-ounce shot. It tastes like really, really good orange juice is what it tastes like. There's no sugar, there's no junk, no calories. It's really good for digestion, fat metabolism, vitamin storage. It's fantastic. No sluggishness. It helps you get rid of the midday crashes. And it's just so good for your liver. It keeps your liver processing everything the way it should be. So you can go to dosedaily.co/chicks, enter chicks to get 35% off your first subscription. Your liver does so much for you. Like, love it back. dosedaily.co/chicks, 35% off. Do it.
Do it. There was an interesting bit of support from an unlikely person. I just was not expecting this. It's not like a huge big deal, but the fact that Matt Gaetz said specifically in response to Tyler Boyer's tweet about being attacked at Turning Point, Matt Gaetz retweeted it saying, "I stand with Turning Point." And I thought that was very nice.
That's interesting. I didn't see that coming. It's so interesting because I thought he and Marjorie Taylor Greene were sort of like aligned. And so there's been a split there.
There's been a bit of a split on that. And
very
so
interesting.
I thought that was very interesting indeed.
Right.
It was also very interesting. If you haven't listened to Megyn Kelly's interview of Kash Patel from a few days ago, listen to the whole thing. I highly encourage you. But she asked him very pointed questions finally. Well, not finally, but she asked him very pointed questions about some of Candace's accusations. And I'm saying finally because she's so loath to talk about Candace or criticize her in any way. So I was surprised that she went with this line of questioning, but they were very direct questions and he answered pretty directly. Here is quite a bit of that exchange.
Let me start with this, the most obvious. Do you believe that we have the proper suspect in custody? Do you believe that Tyler Robinson is in fact the man who killed Charlie Kirk?
Yes.
Do you believe he acted with the help of anyone else?
This investigation is being led by the Utah state authorities because it is a murder investigation. So the FBI is a supporting role in the investigative process. And so what we're doing is the same thing we did in the pipe bomb investigation. The investigation is ongoing for us. If there's any new leads or tips, we are exhausting them with search warrants and legal process. But at the same time, we're working with the prosecutors in Utah to make sure we don't screw up their investigation. Because again, the worst outcome would be if the guy that killed Charlie Kirk walks out of a United States courtroom in the state of Utah. And so it's a delicate balance again, but there is no way this FBI is going to stop that investigation until it reaches its all-conclusive endpoint.
Do you believe any foreign government had a role in his assassination?
At this time, the FBI doesn't have credible information to connect any foreign governments to it. But as I said, we are continuing to take investigative leads. We're not done. Just because we arrest someone, just like in the pipe bomber case, we don't just say, okay, we're done, on to the next. The investigative team continues to work with the Utah authorities, and they're deriving their own leads and coming back to us and say, hey, can you look at this piece of information? Can we get a search warrant on this account? What about this individual who is located in X, Y, or Z? We're tracking all that down.
Do you have any credible reason to believe that anyone connected with the Turning Point organization had anything to do with Charlie's death?
Zero.
On the subject, there's been an allegation made by prominent podcaster Candace Owens that she's received a death threat, a credible death threat from the French, that a threat has been made on her life, and that the French, she's been told, also may have had a role in Charlie's assassination. Have you looked into either of those? Do you believe she's received a credible death threat from the French, or that the French had something potentially to do with Charlie's death?
Any American that receives a death threat from overseas or anywhere in America is going to be fully investigated. So we're not going to turn our eye away from that investigation or any others. If there's anything to it, this FBI will respond to it.
I mean, I feel like that was all pretty clear.
Right. I see nothing wrong with anything that was presented there. Nothing.
And I'm glad she asked the questions.
Yeah.
When he has to be cagey, a little bit cagey when it comes to any investigation, and he can't reveal like every detail, especially with an ongoing investigation. But I'm super glad that she is asking the logical questions that everybody has.
Yeah.
And that he put to bed any involvement by TPUSA. I mean, he was absolutely, we have the right guy in custody, and no, of course not. TPUSA is not involved. Hello.
Mm-hmm. I still question sometimes, like, I don't know where she's on the fence. You know what I mean?
Megyn,
like,
you mean?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I do appreciate her asking some of those questions, but I don't know. There's so many people in our sphere. Like, granted, she's like up there, you know, we love her, but I just feel like people need to start taking a stand, because, like, going back to Tucker, what is he doing?
I know.
You know, what is he doing? And like this whole Cutter thing, like what's even happening in our party? What's going on? I just question a lot of people and where they stand and what they're doing, and it's just not okay.
Yeah.
And we've got midterms coming up. We've got another election. I just don't like where some of these people they're either they're doing and saying things that I don't agree with as a conservative, or they're not saying anything. And to me, that's like saying something that I don't agree with.
Right. Well, I mean, and it's possibly algorithmic when it comes to X. I do feel like, and Tim Pool is a great example. So he's one of the prominent voices, influencers on the right who finally came out last week really harshly against Candace. It does feel like I'm seeing more and more of that. And I don't know, again, if that's just because of my algorithm or what. It does feel like more people are waking up to how idiotic some of her accusations are. So I hope that continues.
I think I don't think it's algorithmic. I think people are starting to feel emboldened to just do it, because it's getting to the point now where she's just plain ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
And people are like, okay, enough already. Yeah.
Exactly. All right, let's move on. Trump did the Kennedy Center honors over the weekend. And there was just this moment that I thought was worth sharing, because it shows how much this leader appreciates the hard work of his team. And he's referring specifically to Marco and what a good job Marco is doing. And I just thought that this was really nice.
To say this, Marco Rubio is a great Secretary of State.
He really is.
And I think he's going to go down as, you know, look, we've had some good ones. We've had some bad ones, too, real bad ones. We've had some real dummies and some real brilliant, great ones. I think Marco, if we keep going like this, he's going to go down as the greatest Secretary of State in the history of our country. So, Marco, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Lovely thing to say. And he's right. He's absolutely right. He's amazing. Rubio, he has stepped into his best role without question.
Yeah. I mean, this is just, he has, like, I don't know, man. He's a different Marco than the Marco that ran for president once.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
He's
completely.
100% different. And it's just awesome to watch. There was also, Melania went to read a Christmas book to some kids, and there was one girl who ran up to her that was so cute, and the way that they had this cute little conversation, it was just darling. You just have to see it. Check this out.
Oh my God.
Santa will be here. Looking forward? Yeah. Look at those sparkles. So fancy. You're so fancy.
That's my doll.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Do you want your
And
doll?
What's her name?
I don't know.
You don't have. Oh, and she's matching you. Look at this. Wow.
Oh my God. She is darling.
Isn't she the most precious little nugget?
He is. Oh God, I miss that age, you guys. I miss it. I need one. Oh my God, I'm gonna start crying. I miss it so much. Oh God, I love little kids. I just love them. That was so darling. And she's so good with the kids.
She is. She's so good. That's why I wanted to show that.
She's so wonderful.
And there's an interesting thing. She started, I don't know what you would call it, if it's like a media production company or something like that, a film studio. I have no idea what to call it, but it's called Muse. And it is Melania. It's like Melania Productions. There's going to be a movie coming out, like a documentary movie about Melania that captures the 20 days leading up to the inauguration, which she was asked about it on the Kennedy Center red carpet. And here's what she said about it.
And first lady Melania, can I ask you about your upcoming video? Can you tell us anything about that, your film?
My film will be out on January 30th. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope people will come and see it. It will be 20 days in my busy life before inauguration.
I love it.
I want to see that.
Yes, it is due. That woman has been through some stuff. It is about time she gets her due. She's amazing. She's just a remarkable woman. She's brilliant. I mean, she's beautiful. And the media and just the left has just treated her like absolute shit. And it's not fair. She should be applauded for who she is. She should be respected and revered. And they have not given her the respect that she deserves over the past however many years they've been in the spotlight. So I can't wait to see her get her due. You know, she's just, what a great representation she is of our country.
Yeah, she's pure class, man. I mean, I don't know how anybody can argue that.
Agreed.
And she, you know, she's a role model. She's a role model for women. And if you are a woman who is looking for ways to get involved in politics, in the process, just in engaging your own representatives, there's a very easy way to do that, you guys, with concernedwomen.org.
You are so good at the transition. All right, for all the moms and the grandmas watching, I don't have to tell you this. We are in the middle of a cultural war, and Concerned Women for America is the nation's largest public policy Christian women's organization. They're the perfect way to get involved politically. They've been doing it for 45 years. They've been helping women do that. So all you got to do is donate $20 or more. You're going to get a copy of their book. 'Tis the season to do that. You can use it as a gift or buy it for yourself. They focus on all the stuff that we want to focus on, and they're all about knowing what a woman is and what women can do. And so you can do that. They have collegiate chapters, outreach for moms, stuff for mature women like us. And then all you have to do is donate $20. Just go to concernedwomen.org/chicks, get your copy of the book. And then they will help you get on the journey to getting more involved. They're fantastic. You guys do it. concernedwomen.org/chicks. Do it.
Do it. So there was a moment that JD Vance had a party at his house, like honoring some of the honorees at the Kennedy Center, including, who was it? Like it was Gene Simmons, and then there was somebody else, Sylvester Stallone was another one that they were talking about. And JD had a Christmas party along with Usha, and he told a funny story about the president that I thought you guys might like.
Now, I want to talk about Sly and all of his great accomplishments and why we're gathered here to celebrate him. But I want to first say, you know, people often ask me what it's like to be the Vice President of the United States. And a lot of it is exactly what you would expect it to look like if you watched on TV or just paid attention to the media. But sometimes you get these behind-the-scenes moments that I will never, ever forget for the rest of my life. So, for example, today, I'm in the Oval Office with the President of the United States and our great Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, and we're talking about something really, really important. And the President kind of holds up his hand and says, no, hold on a second. There's something much more important. Shoes. And he peers over the Resolute desk and he says, Marco, JD, you guys have shitty shoes. We gotta get to better shoes. So he goes out and grabs a catalog. There happens to be another politician in the room. I won't say who, and you'll find out why in a second. And he actually runs us through this incredible shoe catalog. And by the way, honey, the president is gifting us with 4 pairs of shoes. And I think 4 pairs for Marco. And he's actually asking our size in the middle of this conversation. He's asking for our size so that he can make sure that we get the right shoes. And he asked this other politician, he said, I'm going to get you some shoes too. And so he says, Marco, what's your shoe size? And Marco's apparently an 11.5. He says, JD, what's your shoe size? My shoe size is 13. And he asked this politician, who I won't embarrass, what his shoe size is, and he says 7.
Oh my God.
The president, he kind of leans back in his chair and says, you can tell a lot about a man by his shoe size. We won't ask the second lady for comment on that particular topic.
God, I love it. She looked awesome, by the way. I loved her outfit. That gold skirt was gorgeous. I know, right? She too is beautiful. Just love it.
Trump continues his war with Kaitlan from CNN. He tweeted about her relevant to the construction of the ballroom, which she continues to be miffed about and ask him about. And so if you would please read his tweet about Kaitlan.
Okay. Kaitlan Collins of fake news CNN, always stupid and nasty, asked me why the new ballroom is costing more money than originally thought 1 year ago. I said, because it's going to be double the size and the quality of finishes and interiors has been brought to the highest level. Also, the column span has been substantially increased for purposes of viewing. It is actually under budget and ahead of schedule, as my jobs always are. It's just much bigger and more beautiful than originally planned. Interestingly, and seldom reported, there are no taxpayer dollars involved. It is being fully paid for by private donations. Fake news CNN and the guy who runs the whole corrupt operation that owns it is one of the worst in the business. Their ratings are so low that they're not even counted or relevant anymore. MAGA. Why is she even asking about this? Who gives a shit? She's not paying for it. Like, why do these people think that it matters at all what the budget is? Who cares? Because it's not our money. So who cares what the budget is? It's just, and it's so funny that this is such an area of concern for them when it comes to budgetary constrictions or whatever. And then they're not concerned about all these illegals coming in and taking all of our money. Like, not once does she ask about that, Kaitlan. Good Lord. It's so asinine, all of this. We see you, Kaitlan. Yeah. We see you.
I
would do that, but I can't use my hand.
There's been a development, although it could be slight, in the Epstein files release of files. You know how there's a bunch of stuff that is under grand jury seal, and it takes, a whole process trying to get a grand jury to unseal certain records. Well, some of those records, I think ones in Florida, have been unsealed. A federal judge has ordered that the grand jury transcripts be unsealed. This is a relatively small portion, according to Yashar Ali, of the Epstein files overall. But the interesting thing to note about these being unsealed is that these have been requested to be unsealed a whole bunch of times. 3 judges blocked the release of these documents, 1 appointed by Clinton, 2 appointed by Obama, and the one that just approved the release was appointed by Trump. I just thought that was kind of interesting.
It's just so weird how that works. It's so weird.
So Democrats, once again, just be careful what you wish for. That's all I can say.
This is so true. My God.
Also, remember how there's that hallway, like, I don't know if it's inside or outside the White House of all of the previous presidents, and then they have the auto pen as the picture for Joe Biden.
Yes.
So apparently there's also places for official portraits of some of the folks who have served in cabinets. And that would, of course, include Rachel Levine, who was whatever it was that she was.
Wasn't it in charge of like health something?
Yeah, I can't remember the title. It wasn't like HHS, but it was something
that had to do with health, which is comical.
Right.
Yeah.
So because the Trump administration is who they are,
right,
under that official portrait, they have updated the name to read Richard, which is, of course, his birth name. And so, NPR reported that they have changed that. And HHS said the reason for the change is that the, quote, priority is to ensure that the information presented internally and externally reflects gold standard science.
I love it. Follow the science, you guys. Follow it.
Just could not love that any harder, you guys.
That's
I don't
all
know
they
why
did.
I'm so spiteful.
That's all they did is just follow it.
That's all they did.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this will come as a shock to absolutely no one, but New York Times, of all publications, has actually reported that Zelensky and his administration looted billions of dollars in aid. And this was all while Democrats fought oversight. The corruption is off the charts to the point where the New York Times is even having to report about it.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Listen, some of our people on our side are to blame for this too. Make no
100%.
mistake. Make
Yeah.
no mistake. There's so many people in our, like Lindsey Graham and people like that who were just all about this guy. And then think of all the celebrities who did all of those advertisements, basically going over there and canoodling with this guy. Remember they took money? Remember? I mean, they all are complicit in this. They're all a bunch of jerks.
And they're all spending our money like this without any accountability whatsoever.
And they should all be held accountable. They're all thieves.
Joe Biden inexplicably continues to be asked to speak at events. And I don't understand the people that are paying whatever his speaker's fee is, because what they're getting is stuff like this, you guys.
We just have to get up. As long as we keep the faith, summon hope, and get back up and remember who in the hell we are. We're the United States of America. That's who we are. We're the U.S.
We're the United States of Amerigotit.
What is that?
Don't
What is
you
that?
forget it.
What is that? They acted like this was healthy for 4 years. And then they gaslight us about Trump and how he has dementia. Nobody's buying it. I mean, they'll try. They even have doctors who do it. Remember the doctor we played last week? Remember?
Yeah, that's right.
That jerk off that
The
actually
pulmonologist.
yeah. Who's like, he's just sharp as a tack. He's very lucid.
Right.
He's sharp. He doesn't have dementia. And then this. We saw it for 4 years. God, aren't we glad that they're not in office anymore? We lived with that for 4 years, you guys.
Yeah. We dodged the biggest bullet.
What
Oh
is
my God.
Amerigotit? What is that?
It's him saying, "This is the United States of America." Got it?
Oh, is
But
that
he
what it
can't
is?
actually
do it?
speak properly. So that's what
Okay.
happened. And what's crazy about that is it's part of a closing or a part of a speech that he's given 7 billion times before. He never has anything new to say. It's always the same nonsense. And yet people will pay his ridiculous speaker's fee to hear that same idiocy over and over and over again.
Democrats will pay it. Democrats will.
Insane.
Mhm.
Absolutely insane. I know we've talked about the fact that Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry are dating, but they've made it Instagram official, you guys. It's Instagram official.
Who's going to tell her that he's gay?
Isn't this a lovely lesbian couple?
It really is a cute. They both drive Subarus.
And
So
then
cute.
also a very surprising photograph was posted by Nancy Mace of herself on Twitter that has Twitter with bug eyes going, excuse me, do you have anything more to report
What's
about this
happening?
photo?
What's happening?
She looks very pregnant, very, very pregnant. And so in our group chat that we have with our team, we're talking about this and wondering who's the father, what's going on? How does she put this out without explaining anything?
Yeah.
And Spencer, who, as you know, is our Indian correspondent, had an idea, and he might be onto something. He believes that Sri Thanadar could be the father.
Impregnated her, you guys.
And
It could
so-
be. We don't know. We don't know who the father is. We
But
don't know.
we don't know.
But we know.
But we know. And so he actually uncovered a voicemail that was left by Sri Thanadar, allegedly, to Nancy Mace. So you're going to see the photograph, and then you're going to hear this very suspicious message, okay?
Here we go.
Here's the photo. I mean, you don't put your hand on your belly like that.
No. And have a belly like that and then put your hand on it.
Nancy Mace, you make me feel so loved and cuddly and snuggly. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. I gave you a baby. And we're in Congress too.
Yes, you guys. I mean, that was totally real. Can't you tell it was real?
That was Sri. 100% that was Sri
Totally
Thanadar,
Sri.
without question.
Without question. With this with that gigantic squirrel on his head. That's him.
I mean, they make a couple, you guys.
Yes.
They make a couple. So.
Again, welcome to the Chicks on the Right show. That's why you guys come here. It's
You're
for
not going to get
content
that
like
anywhere else.
Nowhere else. That's why we're not in the top 10. Right there.
Also, you know how we've been complaining about ActBlue, the Democrat fundraising organization, for years because everyone knows how shady it is?
Totally.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Good news.
Meanwhile, President Trump is directing the Justice Department to investigate ActBlue. This is a Democratic donation platform, and the focus as the allegations about illegal straw donors and foreign contributions. Mark Meredith is live in Washington with more. This has been brewing for a while, Mark. What do we need to know?
Dana, for years, you're right about this, but this is a big development. The White House is directing the Attorney General to investigate the Democratic Party's top fundraising platform. It's called ActBlue, and the president says he wants to know if foreign money is being donated to the group and then utilized to sway elections. Democrats are calling this probe a dangerous abuse of power.
What? How is it?
It's a dangerous abuse of power. Oh
How is it a dangerous abuse of power to find out where money is coming from? That's just called transparency. I thought they liked that.
They don't like it when you're exploring corruption on their side.
Oh, and you find out that there's like $1 billion worth of fraud in Minnesota. No, you can't look there. You don't like that kind of not that kind of transparency. The transparency where we're looking at your side, not our side. Oh my God, I cannot with this. What do you want to bet that like some Middle Eastern countries are giving? What do you want to bet?
Oh, I mean, for sure. That's how they skate past all of the limits that are part of campaign finance. I mean, you just, it's all so freaking sketch. There's that,
shady.
What's his name? Matt Van Swole, I think, from North Carolina, who found that his name had been used, you know, because there's all these lists of donations that come in from people that ActBlue tracks and these people are confronted and they're like, did you send all this money to ActBlue? And they're like, no. And so his name was on a list in Kansas. He doesn't even freaking live in Kansas, but he saw his name and his information on this donor sheet from ActBlue. So he's like, this is shady AF. Somebody needs to look into it. And it sounds like they're finally gonna, which I'm very glad about.
That's really good. Yeah. And somebody said in Soros. I mean, that goes without saying.
Oh, yeah.
Soros is all over that. Yeah.
And speaking of corruption, turns out that one of Obama's top DEA guys was just caught laundering $12 million for the Mexican cartels.
My God.
So Ozark is real.
Right?
Ozark is real. Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing. And you wonder why Democrats are so hell-bent on not doing anything about drugs in this country. Don't do anything. No, the cartels, they're not terrorists. No,
they're fishermen.
Right.
What are you talking about?
They're just family men. That's all they are. They're just family men, fishermen. That's all it is. Okay. All right. Right.
And we all know, of course, we've been talking about it for at least a week of all of the fraud that's been happening thanks to like the Somali pirate people in Minnesota. And Stephen Miller was actually on one of the news programs talking about how the surface is just being scratched. This is absolutely humongous, he said. Here is Stephen Miller.
Based on what we have found so far, we believe that the Somali fraud operation in Minnesota is the single greatest theft of taxpayer dollars through welfare fraud in American history.
Oh my God.
The total bill, the total tab for this is going to be far beyond the numbers we've already seen reported. We believe the state government is fully complicit in this scheme. And we believe that what we are going to uncover is going to shock the American people. Look, based on the records that we already have, and this is a significant undercount, by the way, 75% of the Somali population in Minnesota is on welfare. But that's likely a significant undercount of just how much of a financial burden the Somali refugee population is imposing on this country.
Yeah. And then the animatronic possum will be like, he's a white supremacist.
Right.
That's going to be the answer to that. When it's clear as day, this is absolute fraud on the backs of the American taxpayer. It's it's theft.
Yup. Absolute theft. And as I mentioned, we're just starting to, we've only just begun to just barely scratch the surface of how bad it really is. Check out this news report.
The investigators are finding in Minnesota is growing by the day. Kelly Loeffler, who leads the Small Business Administration, says in the 2 days her agency has been investigating the state, they've uncovered at least $1 million in PPP fraud just 2 days in. Several of the whistleblowers in Minnesota have also told lawmakers they believe the total amount of fraud could total up to more than $8 billion. Yeah, Minnesota is also now home to the single largest pandemic fraud scheme in the country. And Republicans argue that Walz and other Democrats opened the door to this.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Of course they did.
It's just
and I
unbelievable.
think there's some suspicion. Now, nothing's been confirmed yet, except for some, some like personal links. But Ilhan Omar, she's starting to get nervous, and she should. Here's a report.
She should be.
Yeah, from Harris Faulkner.
Investigators are tracking the web of fraud to other Minnesota Democrats, such as Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. Many of the suspects linked to the scheme live in her district, including a restaurant owner who hosted events for her. He has since been convicted of stealing $12 million in COVID funds.
So she was on with Margaret yesterday, and Margaret asked her about all of this and the supposed ties to her and whether or not this makes her uncomfortable or whatever. And you can see how uncomfortable she is. Like, she's laughing inappropriately and just seems extra nervous. At least that's my take. Your mileage may vary. Here is the clip.
And the Treasury Secretary just now talked about a link to terrorism. A possible link. He said they're just now beginning to look into it. How confident are you that that's a false claim?
I'm pretty confident at the moment because there are people who have been prosecuted and who have been sentenced. If there was a linkage in that the money that they have stolen going to terrorism, then that is a failure of the FBI and our court system in not figuring that out and basically charging them with these charges. And so I do know that for many years, this sort of alarm that there is money being transferred through the airport in bags and going to terrorism that accusation has always existed. There's never been here and there in those accusations.
What in the world?
She's like, I'm deflecting. This is what I do. Yeah. She is shitting her pants. She's shitting her pants, Melissa. She's totally doing it. And she should be. She should totally be doing that. Also, she married her brother. So
there's always that detail.
There's that. So can't wait to see her shipped out. Looking forward to that day. It's coming.
Oh God, karma, please.
Yeah,
where are
coming.
you?
Because she said, what was it last week? She said in an interview, she was like, I can live anywhere. I'm not scared. Yeah, because you've made so much freaking money again off the backs of the American taxpayer. You're welcome, you ungrateful hag.
Yep. And by the way, I know we had the clip of Trump praising Marco earlier. His entire cabinet is just working their tails off for us, for the American people. Scott Turner, who I just think is so precious. He's such a precious nugget of a man. I just love him. He was talking to Maria Bartiromo, and he's, of course, the HUD secretary, and he was talking about fraud that they're uncovering with respect to mortgages that are supposed to be reserved for United States citizens who need them. Here he is talking about his work combating that.
How illegal immigrants have put a strain on the housing market. What can you tell us? You signed a memorandum with the DHS to end wasteful misappropriation of taxpayer money.
Absolutely.
For, quote, illegal alien exploitation of housing programs. You're also working with the Federal Housing Administration to crack down on government-backed mortgages for illegals. How do they get a mortgage if you're actually illegal in the country?
Yeah.
Well, Maria, during the Biden administration, there were over 12 million illegal aliens that came over the border, straining our housing supply and making the costs go up. And so we work with Secretary Noem at DHS, as you alluded to make sure that only American citizens are living in HUD-funded housing. We also took away FHA-backed mortgages from illegal aliens during the Biden administration. They turned a blind eye. But we're going to keep the law to make sure that these mortgages, which are backed by the taxpayer, go only to the American people. And lastly, we are mandating that every public housing authority give us a comprehensive account who's living in every unit in taxpayer HUD-funded housing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it.
Me too.
Love
And
it.
if you're illegal, GTFO.
Exactly.
Bye.
Stop draining our freaking resources and go
Yeah.
fix your own country.
Exactly.
God. Not to belabor your broken arm, but I was telling you, how helpful specifically superpower AI has been in sort of like, talking through medical issues. AI, as much as we want to kill it with fire, you guys, it really can save lives. And there was an amazing story that I'm going to have Daisy read because this is just absolutely remarkable and shows you sometimes humans just don't look at the full picture the way that AI can so much more easily. So take a look at this fellow who has clearly just undergone some surgery. And then here, read this story of what happened to him.
Okay. Man has his life saved by Grok from XAI after a ruptured appendix. I'm 49. 2025 has been the best year of my life until 2 nights ago. For 24 straight hours, I had constant razor blade level pain in my stomach. Couldn't lie flat. Only could get minor relief sitting on the floor with knees to chest. No fever, no blood, nothing dramatic on the outside. Went to the ER once. Doctor pressed my belly, said it was soft, gave me Somac, I guess that's what it's called, acid blocker, and then sent me home. Pain never dropped below an 8 out of 10. Came home, opened a year-long chat I have with Grok, described everything. Grok immediately flagged perforated ulcer or atypical appendicitis, told me the exact red flag pattern I was describing, and basically said, go right back now and ask for a CT. I copied the symptoms and the reasoning, walked back to the ER, told them this is what I'm experiencing. This is why I think it's serious. I want a CT. They did it. Appendix was inflamed and close to rupturing. 6-hour laparoscopic surgery later, it's out. Pain is 100% gone. I woke up laughing without anesthesia. I'm alive and healed because an AI recognized the pattern when the first exam missed it, and because I had the exact words to make them take me seriously the second time. If you're reading this while curled up in pain, Googling symptoms at 3 a.m. and someone already sent you home once, please don't wait. And
Amazing.
I've been through this too. Like I've had experiences like this too. I mean, I have thyroid issues. I diagnosed myself. Nothing against doctors out there, but literally the big things that I have in my life, I've diagnosed myself, and I've been my own advocate. And that's just how it is. It's like me waiting an hour for an ambulance, you guys. The care that I've received, it's been fine. It's been fine. But there have been things that have happened over the past 6 months in my life, health-wise, that I'm sorry, but the state of healthcare right now, not good. Mm-hmm. You have got to be your own advocate. You've got to do your own research, and you got to stand for yourself, because these people will discount you, and they will, and maybe it's not especially women. I don't know, but sometimes they think you're a hypochondriac, and they make you sound crazy.
This guy in particular, because he was afraid that if he went back to the ER and said, AI told me to ask for a CT,
right.
He didn't say that. He actually said, I have a sister, or I know a nurse practitioner who advised me to say this to you, instead of bringing AI into it, because he thought, well, I'm just going to be blown off again.
Right. They'll get mad. They get mad because they're being overruled by AI. They don't like that. Mm-hmm. I actually had a doctor a couple months ago look up stuff for me, stuff I was asking about on AI during an appointment right there in real time. I'm like, I could have done this myself, but you're welcome for the money that I'm going to give you for today's visit. I mean, this is what's happening. You have to be, you have to be proactive, reader gal, because it's astounding. I'm not saying that all doctors are bad. I would never say that, because there are some good ones out there. I know there are, and they're in it for the right reason. But my experiences over the past 20 years have 90% have been bad. Yeah. Just saying.
Anyway,
you got to be your own advocate.
It's just a positive story about AI,
Yeah.
because I know we talk about how scary it can be. And so that's a positive.
Totally.
Very interesting story to tell you guys about. Again, this is something that you're only going to find on the Chicks on the Right show. We had a clip last week where we showed that hilarious tweet of the guy who talked about hand jobs, because, people who are mad at Trump for being racist about Somalis. Right. Someone had said, I'm so sick of effing racists. And so there was a guy that wrote back, well, have you tried hand jobs? And we found that to be hilarious.
It was hilarious.
So
Yeah.
that clip was cut out into a short, and this is just a screenshot of it. Erika RN4USA retweeted it, and we appreciate it because she's a very big account. She said, this is absolutely the funniest thing I've seen all day. Thank you, Chicks on Right. The way I hollered.
Yeah.
And so then commenced the weirdest conversation I was not prepared for ever. You guys, Heather, this woman named Heather, said the following. I can't even believe this is real, but she said, I used to follow these ladies years ago until they falsely claimed Leonardo DiCaprio was raped by a bear.
What?
That was what I wrote back. I was like,
what is happening right now? What is happening?
I laughed so hard at this, you guys.
What?
I was dying. I was like, what the actual F? Because of course, I was like, I have no recollection of this whatsoever. So she wrote, she was insistent, and she said, it blew my mind. The claim was made on Facebook.
What is happening right now? What are you even saying
I don't know.
to me right now?
I don't know.
Okay.
So then I responded, and I was like, I'm going to need some verification of this. I said, I'm going to need some evidence to see some evidence because I have no recollection of that whatsoever. And she said, I cannot provide that. All I can tell you is what I read. It was around the time The Revenant was released and not something I felt I needed a record of. So I said, because this was starting to jog my memory, I said, I never saw that movie.
I did. I saw the movie.
I said, I never saw the movie, but vaguely remember that there were rumors of it being about a bear raping Leo.
If exactly what it was about, but okay, go ahead.
If we mentioned that on our show, and that is a reason for you to be mad at us this many years later, you hold the world's record for weirdest long-term grudge of all time. I cannot believe that this was, she was like, not only did she unfollow us because of it, but she remembers that. She's been so upset about it. So then I think she felt kind of dumb because she then I
hope she does feel dumb because this is dumb as shit.
It's
I
so
cannot
dumb.
believe this. Okay.
So then she said, I wasn't mad. We live in a time where truth in reporting and commenting is needed. I'm not holding a grudge either. I'm stating what I recall. And this isn't even a gotcha moment. At the time, I recall I thought you were brave women fighting the system and I admired you. But then I saw that post. I believed it at first, but I fact-checked it. I was incredibly disappointed. Maybe it wasn't you, and it was two women who sound like you, but you're kind of a unique pair, memorable. But mad and grudge do not apply, nor is this an attack. If I had this post to do over again, I would have scrolled. Something got into my finger today, so best wishes and all that jazz. Keep up the good fight.
What is even happening
And
right
then
now?
she deleted it. She deleted the original post. So I was obsessed with finding out and figuring out, did we actually talk about this? I did an exhaustive search through our Facebook page and on our website, and you guys, I found it.
Oh my God.
I found it. And it was one of our writers at the time, Hannah, who had written a story because Drudge Report had this huge headline that said, DiCaprio raped by a bear in Fox movie. And so they obviously had a link to their reporting. And so Hannah very responsibly included the link, reported on it, and was like, oh my God, this is crazy. This is a movie that is about Leonardo DiCaprio getting raped by a bear.
Oh my God.
And then it turned out that was not in fact true. So she updated the post saying, according to this link, 20th Century Fox says that he is not raped by a bear in this movie. It's just a rumor. And so she corrected the post. But the fact remains that Heather unfollowed us in fury that we incorrectly reported a rumor that the Drudge Report, which was at the time pretty good.
Yeah. 10 years
Leonardo
ago.
that
This is
Leonardo
from 10 years
DiCaprio was raped by a bear. This is an actual thing that happened on Twitter, and I just can't even believe it and had to share.
I love that you dug that up. I know,
I had to do it.
She is the consummate pack rat too. She saves everything. And if you
I
want her to
do.
find something from like 2009, she's like, I got you,
I'm your
boo.
girl.
I got you.
I am your girl.
Literally, she will find it. Yep.
Anyway,
Good.
let the record reflect that Leonardo DiCaprio was not, in fact, raped by a bear in that movie or in life. And Heather continues to be mad. She denies it, but she continues to be mad about this entire story.
Heather, let it go. Just let it go, buddy.
Let it go.
It's fine. You know, I mean, everything's going to be okay.
All right. Moving on. I know we discussed just how awful of a year 2025 has been.
So sucktastic.
Your broken arm, obviously the latest example of it. And so I sent this to you over the weekend because it just perfectly encapsulates how this year has been for us and our reaction to it.
I'm super excited. It was really tough. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yes.
It was definitely a different ballgame, but I had a blast. So thank you.
Yes. Literally us, you guys. It's both of us in 2025.
We've been beaten down, man, but we are still smiling.
It's going to be a great 2026, you guys. Raise your glasses. I can't raise my glass right now, but you guys can do it. And I'm doing it in spirit. That's right.
Daisy also sent me the cutest little clip of Scott Jennings on one of the CNN shows, and his son was there, you guys, and it was so cute.
Mine is, I got to travel with Thatcher today. Thatch, where are you, buddy?
Thatcher,
come over here.
There you go, Thatcher.
Thatcher is one of 25% of my children. He's out of school today, and we traveled here from Kentucky, and we came here. He's been working at CNN all day. But anyways, best thing that happened to me today.
All right.
How darling is that, Scott?
So cute. Oh my
what
God.
a sweet boy he is.
I know. It's just so precious.
Uh-huh.
You are never going to be able to look at Florida the same way again after I show you this. If you turn the state of Florida upside down, it is the Grinch, and you cannot unsee it.
Totally is, you guys. Isn't that the greatest?
You cannot
There it
unsee
is.
that.
It's the Grinch.
I mean,
isn't that the greatest?
You cannot unsee that.
I will never unsee it.
And I don't think you should, actually.
There are
I think
two
that's
states.
a really cool thing.
I can't remember what the two states are, but it looks like Joe Biden sniffing somebody.
Yeah, I think it's what is the one? Is it Idaho next to
What
like
is it?
Idaho up looking at like Washington State?
Is that what it is? Yeah, because
It's
I can't remember.
crazy.
Yeah, and that I can never unsee that either. But that
can't.
It's crazy.
I know. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Also, I shared this with our group over the weekend. Okay, you guys, we have what's known as Cuddle Sundays in our house on Sundays, Sunday mornings. We just sleep in and we do not get out of bed until at least 10. And we like share memes and we just laugh at everything like all morning long. This is how we spend
Aw,
Sundays. And
that's so
so
sweet.
one of the things, I just need to tell this story real quick before I show this, but like, we were like looking at Instagram, like of cute animals and all this stuff. And somehow we were talking about, I don't know, like animals that I find gross. And you know how I have the strict fur policy, right?
Yes, you do.
But I also like super cute little frogs and super cute little lizards, even though they don't have fur. And I was saying to him, I wonder if I would think that snakes were cute if they were furry. Like if there was like a furry rope, would I think that that's cute, or would I be as scared of snakes if they were furry? I don't think I would.
Yeah, I think that would be really weird to have a furry rope.
But I mean, it would help. You know what I mean? It would help a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm literally having this conversation with him, and he starts cracking up and imagining that once I die ahead of him, because he's sure I will, he's going to be remembering that conversation. That like someday when you're long gone, I'll be thinking about the fact that you wondered out loud if snakes would be cuter to you if they
were furry. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that, yeah.
This is what we
I
talk
feel like
about.
I'll die before you. So but yeah, it's like the order of dying. I think we've got that down. That's pretty much, I don't know. You got to think about something that I'll say. And that is that I don't think that you would have liked at all for snakes to be furry. I don't think you would have liked
I feel like I would. I think I would like them a little bit better. Anytime you see a snake that has those drawn on arms and legs, not like millipedes, right? Like not like hundreds of legs, but just the two sets.
Just the two.
It's automatically better.
So they can punch you in the face. Totally. Yeah.
But they're cuter somehow when they have the stick legs.
Somebody said get AI to draw you or to make you a furry snake. You should totally do it.
Totally should.
Mhm.
I'm gonna.
Right.
I'm gonna.
Get
Anyway,
a
I
furry
don't know
snake.
why I told you that story ahead of this picture, but I laughed so hard at this picture. This is one of the things that had my husband and I cracking up on Sunday morning, and I sent it to the group, and it's like this guy has so much chest hair, and it says, "My strawberries in the fridge watching me take another
It's accurate.
Twix."
It's totally accurate, you guys. It's exactly what your strawberries are doing. But just grab the
died.
Twix. You know what I mean? YOLO.
Oh my God. I
Somebody said that
absolutely
there's
died.
a young person in our chat that's upset that we're talking about death. And this is what old people do. This is what we
Oh
do.
yeah.
We
You talk about
openly
your
talk.
ailments and you talk
Absolutely.
about mortality all the time.
Absolutely. This is what we do. Yeah.
And you'll do it too. You just have to reach
Yeah.
this
Just
age.
wait. Wait like 20 years. You'll do it.
Yeah, you'll do it. All right, we do need dogs, obviously. And what we first have with dogs is a dog that wakes up from a nap to take a nap, which is not seen often in the wild, but it does happen, as you will see. Ah, good nap. And I'm going to take another one right now.
Oh my God, I love it. That's so great. That's just the greatest. I aspire to that one day. I want to be able
Right?
to do that. Yes.
Yeah, like wake up from a
Fantastic.
nap to go
To
take a nap.
another nap.
That's
Yeah.
the best, man.
That's retirement. That's like retirement goals right there.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe just grab a snack first and then take another nap. That's it.
And then lastly, we have the most precious moment between a dog and its owner. You guys watch what this dog does. He does a full-on person hug.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, and he's in a sweater, you know? I can't.
It does not get better than that.
No,
It does
no.
not
God,
get better
they're
than
just
that.
the sweetest. We don't deserve dogs, you guys. We don't.
Oh, we really don't. We don't.
deserve them.
All right. Oh, one more thing I had written in my little notes that I just wanted to mention. I cannot take credit for this idea at all. I saw it on Twitter. I don't remember who said it at first, but I was like, I've been obsessing about this idea ever since. Wouldn't it be amazing if Barron Trump became the new face of TPUSA?
Yeah, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
They should consider this. I feel like if it's out there in the ether, then it'll get back to him because I think he has his pulse on this. And
I don't know what he hardly ever says a word, but like the few times that I've heard him, I mean, I would have every confidence in the world that he could be a great speaker.
Totally. Yeah,
just
totally.
saying.
And a
Just thought that
good
was-
representative for that,
right?
For that organization. Plus, he's going to be a savvy businessman. He's going to know what he's doing business wise and social media wise. I mean, he's the one who single-handedly said, "Dad, you've got to do the TikTok thing. You got to do all these podcasts." I mean, he knows what's up politically when it comes to the social media sphere. So he knows.
Yep.
That's a wonderful idea. Yeah.
I wish I could take credit, but it's not my idea. I just wanted to say it because the more people that are thinking about it and that like put it out there, I think the better.
Put it in the universe. Mm-hmm.
I do have one gift to share, but before we do that, we have thank yous. One came from Kristen Hanshaw, who said, "The candy crazy person last episode, I thought no one used the word vehicle. He used the word vehicle 567 times. Also, Tim Pool's takedown of how she girl codes everything is a masterpiece." Yeah, Tim Pool.
He's awesome. He's great.
Been really good on this issue.
Yeah.
Trisha Gamble said, "I agree, Mock. If Candace loved Charlie so much, how can she not care about the midterms? Charlie would be working tirelessly for the midterms because he loved this country. Candace is a selfish narcissist who only cares about Candace."
That's right. Narcissists are going to narcissist. Mm-hmm.
It's all they know how to do.
Yeah.
All they know how to do. Now you.
Marcy Peralez. Good morning, Mock and Daisy. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Glad to have you all back. Much love. Kisses from Annie and a hug from George. She doesn't kiss. David says hi too. Thank you, Marcy. Brenda Wilson, 61. Broke my wrist 3 weeks ago today. Freak fall. Adapting, but putting on pants is a little difficult. Yeah, I know. And I'm not a sweatpants kind of girl. So I'm going to have to like going out, I wear them in the house, but like going out, I usually don't wear sweatpants out and about. I wear them here. So I told my husband, I'm like, "You're going to have to button my pants." He's like, "You're going to have to wear sweatpants out." I'm like, "No, you're going to have to button my pants."
He's
So-
already doing your bra. Like he should at least be able to help you with the pants.
I know. He's just, this is the thing. He's like, you gotta adapt. You gotta learn. I'm like, you're going to have to dress me in some places. So Kitty Mayer 01 gave my daughter and family Omaha Steaks for Christmas. Daisy, take care of yourself and get some pipe cleaners for the itching that will happen. Yes.
Oh, pipe cleaners.
I've already
That's a good
experienced that. It's so swollen right now. I can't even get anything in there. It's just so, my hands look like sausages. It's gross. It's really gross, you guys. It's all disgusting. Robin died. John Lennon died 45 years ago today at age 40. I remember where I was that day.
Wow.
I was living in Arizona. I was a kid and I was like, wait, who's John Lennon? And I remember learning about who he was because I was pretty young then. So it's that long, 45 years ago, you guys. Wow. Real Josh Stevens. Why is nobody talking about how Candace only displays the UK flag in her podcast and has never displayed the US flag? Or her podcast
Is that
on
right?
an Intel op. I don't, if it's right, that's not okay. We should totally start talking about that.
Wow.
The great
I'm not
catch,
surprised.
Josh Stevens. Yeah. Text Leanne, feel your pain. Tripped on my anniversary, broke both arms. Radial head fractures, so no cast, just can't do much. Husband has been so helpful.
Oh, my
Leanne,
God.
I'm just thanking God that it wasn't my right arm because this is my dominant hand. So I can still do things. But yes, that's awful. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Colleen 2864. Maroon is the color of berets worn by airborne troops. That's it. Just dudes who jump from planes. Nothing all that special. I have to denigrate because my husband did it for years. Oh my gosh. That's kind of cool.
It's just such a dumb thing.
It's so random and stupid. She's ridiculous. Leah Shalek 6144. Candace and the IDF. Hey, don't give her to us. We were joking.
Sorry.
BTK 1213. They're dividing MAGA, but we must vote out Dems. True.
100%.
Robin Zecca 8525. Now I know why she left Daily Wire. I think they fired her. Actually, it was sort of like
she was
pushing her out.
100% fired.
Right. Yeah, rightly so. Beck's House, thank you for that super sticker. Betsy Ellis Huford 5415. You are my number one chicks. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Betsy. Merry Christmas to you. Aaron Krieger. I'm sorry. Somehow Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry's relationship is gayer than my actual gay relationship. I think Justin Trudeau is a better lesbian than me. That comment wins the day.
That totally does. Oh my gosh.
Harry Ray Nick 6070. That's so generous. Thank you.
Wow.
Hello, chicks. I love you both. Daisy, sorry about your arm. That sucks. I haven't been able to send chats between work and a stint in lung rehab. Have bound my hands. Oh my God. I'm not complaining about my arm, you guys. You both do a great job. I would love it, though, if you could quit picking on Subaru drivers. I'm on my second one, not gay. I'm sorry. You know what? I think Mock's mom drives one, too. And so when
they
I
both
say
used to. They don't anymore, but they both used to.
Yeah, I think that her mom always is like, why does she do that? Why does she pick on me? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not. I need to probably watch it with the Subaru stuff. Team Medium Publishing. So sorry about your broken wrist, Daisy. Sending healing prayers. Thank you. And by the way, sucktastic is now my favorite word to describe 2025. It is sucktacular and sucktastic.
It was a bad
And we
one.
cannot wait to put it behind us. Yes. Kim H87. Daisy, I got you. Girl, leave that tree up all year like I do. Decorate it for the holiday seasons, Valentine's, spring, Easter, patriotic, fall, then back to Christmas. Totally chicktastic. Balls. Prayers for healing. That is an idea, Kim.
That is
I may
an
just
idea.
do that. I could just take the ornaments off and leave it up because that's going to be the hardest part is getting that down. It's going to be really hard. So, okay, you guys, we are bringing it in. I'm doing the best
And then I
I
just
can.
have one little
Oh, she's a gift.
present.
Yes.
But
Big
bringing it in.
one arm hug, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, but we need to do the gift first.
Yeah, this is got a really lovely card from Carrie Nelson, or I'm sorry, not Nelson, Carrie Perkins, who sent ornaments, and I love me some ornaments, you
Love
guys.
ornaments,
One
too.
that's super patriotic for America's
Oh, I love
250th
that.
birthday, which I love.
So
and
cute.
then this one just almost made me cry. Thomas, I'm all
I
with you.
love
Little Christmas
love
tree.
that.
I love
That
it
is
too.
so
Thank you
darling.
so much. Thank you.
Love
thank
it.
you, Carrie.
Very,
Appreciate
very
it.
sweet. Thank you so much. You guys have the best Monday ever. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching. or listening, be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.